What's good, everybody? I'm BPC, and welcome to Competitive Origins MMA. Well, the Last Stylebender Israel Adesanya was last seen in the octagon at UFC 259. He lost via unanimous decision against the light heavyweight champion of the world, Jan Blachowicz. Well, following the fight, Izzy stated that he was intending to drop back down to middleweight and defend his middleweight championship belt. But the question was, who was going to get that title shot? Now, if you look at the UFC rankings, you have Robert Whittaker at number 1 and 2. There's Paulo Costa, 3, Jared Cannonier, 4, Derek Brunson, 5, Darren Till, number 6, Marvin Vettori, number 7, Jack Hermanson, number 8, Kelvin Gastelum, number 9, Uriah Hall, and number 10, Holland. That's right, Kevin Holland. So as we look through all the list and we start thinking, well, who's next in line? The obvious choice is pretty clear. It should be Robert Whittaker. Now, Robert Whittaker has victories over Darren Till, and his last victory came against Jared Cannonier. Now, obviously, he did not jump at the opportunity for whatever reason, when he got that victory against Jared Cannonier to call out Izzy. That's just plain and simple what happened. But there was a lot of talk that his next fight would determine who would face Izzy for the championship belt. He is set to face off against Paulo Costa. And it turns out Paulo Costa had to pull out with an illness, and we have Kelvin Gastelum, who's jumped in on last minute's notice to face off against Robert Whittaker. Now, if Robert is able to get through Kelvin Gastelum, does this guarantee a title shot? And, I'm not thinking it does. Kelvin is ranked number 8 at the current moment, so I can't say that he deserves a title shot, for beating number 8. But I do think he deserves a title shot because he's been going through the top 10 division, beating everybody that the UFC has put in front of him. Well, there's also Sober Costa. See, Drunk Costa lost via knockout against Israel Adesanya, and Sober Costa remains undefeated, so he could be next in line for a title, right? Doubt it. See, Sober Costa, yes, he hasn't been defeated, but Paulo Costa will not get 2 shots in a row at the championship belt. I doubt the UFC is going to put him in that position. And then you got to think about it. Derek Brunson got that victory over Kevin Holland recently, and he has moved up to the number 4 in rankings, and he is calling out Paulo Costa, who happens to be one of the rare fighters in the top 10 that's actually available at the moment. So he might have his hands busy with Derek Brunson. Well, as you continue to go through the list, like I said, number 4, Derek Brunson, is trying to get Paulo Costa. We have number 5 and 6, Till and Vettori, who are actually getting ready to step foot in the octagon to compete against one another. Now, as regards to, who will get the title shot, well, if they come out victorious, well, Marvin Vettori has that, drama with Israel Adesanya from earlier in his career, and he's constantly brought it up, and he states how he wants to get that victory over Israel Adesanya. So that definitely could get people excited about the fight. But Darren Till, also might have a claim here. And he was asked about it, Izzy, in regards to who do they see him facing off in the top 10. And he stated Till. Definitely if he wins, he gets the title shot. That's basically what he said, word for word. Now, go into the comment section below and let me know what you guys think about that. Do you think Darren Till deserves a shot at the belt if he gets this victory? Darren Till has only had 2 opportunities in the middleweight division to make a splash, and he's currently 1-1 in the middleweight division. If you think about him getting this victory in this next shot against Marvin Vettori, he will have been 1-1 in his last 2 fights. So does that really justify him having the opportunity to face off for the championship belt? And then you got to think about it. Robert Whittaker actually beat Darren Till. So how does Robert Whittaker, who's 2-0 in his last 2 fights and could quite possibly become 3-0 in his last 3 fights, get passed over for somebody that's 1-1 in his last 2 fights? It doesn't really make much sense to me, but Izzy has always talked about how he wants to fight Darren Till, so that's probably the reason why. At the end of the day, he is the champion, but, he probably should face off against somebody that's more deserving. I get it, call your shots from time to time, but then also give the people that have put the work in. Robert Whittaker is a former champion, and like I said, he is 2-0 recently, and he may be 3-0. You know, Darren Till, don't get me wrong, he's definitely a good fighter, but I want to see a couple more wins and a little bit more dominating wins. You know, his win over Gastelum wasn't that amazing by any means. It was more or less like just point fighting. It got the job done. It got the victory. You know, he faced off against Robert Whittaker and just basically didn't get the job done. He was injured in that fight, but like I said, he didn't get the job done. You know, Robert at the end of the day has been injuring a lot of people. Darren Till, you know, had a messed up knee because of Robert Whittaker, and then you have Jared Cannonier, who had a messed up arm against Robert Whittaker. So maybe Izzy just doesn't want to get injured at the end of the day, you know? Probably not, guys. But like I said, go to the comment section below. Let me know who you think should face off against Izzy. You know, Kevin Holland, probably not. You know, Uriah Hall, I don't believe has a title fight at the moment, and he's been definitely calling for the fight, but I don't think number 9's going to get that crack at the belt. Gastelum, like I said, is about to face off against Robert Whittaker. You have Jack Hermanson, who is about to face off against somebody that's not even in the top 10. So, you know, as you go through the list, and then you have Vettori, you have Till, you know, who are about to face off. You have Brunson, who just got that victory, you know, and then Cannonier, who is obviously injured, and then Costa and Whittaker. So, like I said, let me know what you guys think. Who should get this title fight in the near future? I believe Izzy stated that he wants to fight with, I think he said either May or June are the dates that he's looking to come back and get back into the octagon. So it's a pretty quick turnaround for whoever actually is fighting pretty soon is going to have to turn around in order to face off against Izzy. You know, if they want that title shot, you got to do what you got to do in order to get that belt. You know, go to the comment section below. Type in promo code MMA10, go to competitiveorigins.com, type in promo code MMA109 so you can get this Competitive Origins Get It Done t-shirt. Thank you for tuning in today, guys. I'm BPC, and remember, you've been competing since conception. Whether you're competing against yourself or others, Competitive Origins.